Ahoy mateys, I'm Syvern Cien, and welcome to my 350 followers AI Dungeon 2 stream. Hopefully the music is not too loud, because I'm gonna leave it on for this stream. I am very excited and nervous for this, because I don't usually do anything like this. Sorry about the weird, the activate windows thing in the corner. I have to display capture instead of, because of the tab. So, that is unfortunately there. But yeah, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna write some stupid stuff using AI. This is a stream where, like, I will, if anybody has anything they want me to put into the AI or anything, any ideas or whatever, feel free to drop them. I will use pretty much anything as long as it's not, like, NSFW or something. So, yeah, pick a setting. So this is the recommended option. I was looking at it a little bit before stream. I have used this before. I'm not gonna do the recommended option. I'm gonna go for fantasy, I think. Select a character. Okay. I think rogue. I usually go for rogue. Like when I used to play D&D and stuff, I was really into rogues. Enter your character's name. Let's go Syvern Cien, or let's just Psy. Yeah, I used to play D&D all the time. I actually, like, I miss playing D&D because I've been stuck at home and everything. And so, like, you can't really get a group together. And I actually did apply for a D&D podcast at one point and unfortunately did not get in, but... Okay, generating story. Here we go. You are Psy, a rogue living in the kingdom of Larian. You have a long steel dagger and a length of rope. You walk down the city street looking for somewhere to steal from. You look around and see that the shop door is open. You walk inside and take a look around. You don't see anyone, so you move towards the counter where you see an old man asleep at his desk. You smile to yourself. Okay. I can say, I can story. Oh boy, okay. I think I've only done the original AI Dungeon. This is AI Dungeon 2, so it's a little bit different. I think I'm going to... I walk over and... how about I steal from behind the counter. Or no. I make sure that the old man is asleep. Stab him! That's submitting? There we go. You make sure that the old man is asleep. Oh. Oh no, I woke him up! You walk slowly towards the sleeping man. You reach his desk and gently shake him awake. He wakes with the start and looks around in confusion. Should I stab him? I could stab him if I wanted to. I steal from him. I steal from him. Tell him he's dreaming. Oh no! I didn't want to stab him! I want to steal from him! I don't want to stab him! You move quickly and stab the old man in the throat with your dagger. You quickly take his wallet, which takes 500 gold coins. You leave the store and step outside. What do? I run away. I run away from the store. Oh no! I didn't mean to kill him! You run down the street and just killed an old man feeling good. No! You run down the street and a few minutes later you reach a nearby gate. You open it and quickly throw the old man's wallet in through the bars. Then you close the gate and walk away. Why did I do that? Okay. I'm going to... No, I want the wallet. Come on, I had the money. I walk towards a wealthy-looking stranger. I can rob this guy. This guy that I've just invented. You arrive at the gates of a mansion and stop. You walk up to a man dressed in fine clothes and hold out your sword. Oh, say, give me all your money. The man looks startled and holds up his hands. Wait, I'm not giving you anything. You raise an eyebrow. Okay, then let me in. I have a key. The man laughs. Let me in or I stab you. Like I stabbed that old man. Oh no. Oh dear. Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to click that. Did I just accidentally dock myself? Maybe I did. Oops. Man pauses and thinks for a moment. Well, if you have the keys, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to let you in, but don't act surprised if I asked you to do something in the future. Do something? Like what? This is going to sound strange, but I need some information. Have you ever heard of the Red Cap? The what? Okay, this is getting interesting. Hang on. This is getting interesting. Tell me about the Red Cap. The man frowns. A red cap? I suppose not. They're like little goblins, really annoying when you first meet them, but fairly useful. How do they help, you ask? This is weird because it's ending on me. Hang on. There is plot! There is plot! There's- It's developing a plot! It's actually, like, surprisingly good. But I'll go with this a little bit longer, and then we can try a different scenario. Silver Wolf, thank you for the follow! Welcome to the crew! I've never heard of the Red Cap. I've written fan fiction in AI Dungeon before, and it was literally, like, the worst thing. The man tutors. Okay, I think I broke it. I think I broke it. Oh dear. That is not, Okay, how about I leave the man alone and I go into the mansion. He sits you down and tells you about math. You continue your walk around the city and soon find yourself back at the mansion. You open the gate and walk up to the front door. I was gonna say this is impressive for AI Dungeon, but well, yeah, you spoke too soon. You open the gate and walk up to the front door where you wait for someone to answer the door. I knock loudly. You pound on the door as a butler opens. Yes? He asks. I'm looking for the owner of this house, you say. I'm the butler. Who are you? I'm Sai. I am a respected noble... I can't spell. I'm lying. I am lying to this man. Who are you, though? The butler's face lights up. Oh, I'm sorry. My lady isn't visiting right now. She went out, but should be back soon. Aha! I have lied! I'm getting inside. May I wait inside for her? I am going to burgle this- I'm going to burgle this woman. I don't think that's a good idea. Why not? I can wait inside the house and not on the porch. Crime! Yes, crime. Now, I have just remembered Yeah, it's telling me that I can just press enter and it'll keep going without actually putting anything in. Well, yes, you may wait inside if you want. I just don't think she'll be happy about you being here. You nod. Alright. I walk past the butler and into the mansion. Is it mansion? Mansion. This is intriguing. You walk down the hall and into a large room. The walls are covered with paintings, all of different landscapes and buildings. You stop in front of a painting of a city to examine it. What is this? Where is this city? What genre do you choose? This is fantasy. I kind of want to try them all. I wasn't going to spend this long on one, but I'm intrigued. The butler appears beside you. It's called Keflavik, he says. You turn to face him. To your slight surprise, he seems to be looking directly at you. What was that? Nothing. So, did you want to see the owner? He asks, his voice calm and collected. Yes. Who is that? I'm just gonna keep pressing enter and see what happens. Me. He smiles. You frown. What do you mean? I am the owner of this painting. You look up at the painting once again. Do you own the house too? Or just the painting? Dork butler. Butler smiles once again. Good guess, but no. I own the picture, but not the house. So what do you own? Me. You laugh. What? I am confused. I am confused. So what do you own? Me. Butler smiles. It's a common misconception. I don't own anything. Not the painting, not the frame, not even the canvas. You look around the room once again. I move away from the painting and sit down on the couch. This is Alice in Wonderland. The butler sits down next to you. Now tell me, what brings you to my home? I am looking for someone. Have you seen him? You ask? I want to know who this is. I don't want to add anything. I just want to know who I'm looking for. I have not. Have you had anyone come to see you? No. You sigh and run your hand through your hair. This is gonna seem pretty strange, but... Hi, Kara! Kara! Sorry, I don't remember how to pronounce your name. It's been a while. I've been good. How have you been? You stop, not knowing how to describe your situation. The butler, noticing your hesitation, fills in your gap. You are about to tell me that you want to rent my picture. No! No! Can we not go back to the painting? No! I most certainly am not. This butler is really proud of his painting. He is! The butler frowns, then laughs. I had you pegged for a direct answer. He stands up. If you change your mind, let me know. I will. Kara. Okay, right. I said Kara. I'm just so used to, there's a creator that I like who is Kara, and so I'm used to saying Kara, but as soon as I said it, I was like, that's wrong. It's Kara, isn't it? The butler nods and walks out of the room. You watch him leave, then stand and head to the front door. As you reach the porch, you notice a strange metal disc in the grass. I pick up the metal disc. I'm gonna switch to a different one soon. This metal disc has surprised me. Apparently there's a world creation option? Yeah, there is, I think. You pick up the metal disc and examine it. It's about 1 foot in diameter, circular in shape, with a flat top and a small indent in the middle. How are you doing? Haven't talked to you in, like a year. Yeah, I'm doing very good. I'm doing very good. How are you? Oh wait, you already said that. You already said you've been super good. Oh dear. Sorry, I'm half distracted. I'm trying to come up with something to do next. Maybe you should leave this one. We should leave this one alone. Oh, new game. World Prompts Multiplayer. Oh boy. Let's do prompts. Custom is I did custom once and I put in like a bunch of Minecraft YouTubers and stuff, and it was just like the absolute worst thing that has ever happened. I think we're gonna go for mystery. I wanna be detective. Enter your character's name. We're gonna go Sai again, I think. Generating story. You are Sai, a detective living in Chicago. The cursed Minecraft YouTube one sounds amazing. We can do a cursed Minecraft YouTube one at some point. I could put in like, I could do like ARSMP stuff, or even like, I don't know, Hermitcraft or something. You have a pistol and a police badge. You enter the forest where you believe the criminal you've been searching for fled to. Suddenly, a figure leaps at you. You fire your pistol, hitting the figure in the chest. You quickly check his vital signs. They are faint, but still there. I lift him into my arms, intending to take him back to Chicago. This is gonna be fun because I don't know anything about Chicago. Other than the musical Chicago. You lift the figure into your arms, heading off into the trees. After a few minutes of jogging, you begin to hear the sound of a train in the distance. I head in the direction... Oh, I spelled that wrong. In the direction of the train. It's so hard to type, like, while actually reading it out. Okay, apparently it's not gonna add anything to that. Hang on. The train begins to speed up. You run to the back of the train and find yourself in an area with couches and recliners. Oh boy, this one's broken already. Okay, so now I'm playing this as well, and basically so far I've met Grimdog. Oh boy. I'm gonna go with this one for a little bit. It's broken already, and then we could do like a cursed Minecraft one. I place the man down on one of the couches and make sure that he's still alive. You move the man's head slightly so you can look at his face. His eyes are open and glazed. You touch his face and try to wake him up. I'm gonna try and use the story feature here, and I'm gonna say he looks at me with, and, hang on, I can't think of anything. Here we go, just summoning that and see what it does. You want to run, but you know you're trapped in the front car of the train with the injured man. This is just broken. It's just gone. It just can't. Oh no. Gosh, hang on. Are you okay? Excuse me. You were too powerful for the computer to handle. Yeah, it's just, this one's just given up. He looks at you, nodding slightly. You sigh with relief and sit down next to him. He looks at you again, this time studying your face. He smiles and nods. Okay, hang on. Okay, let's go back. Custom. Enter a prompt that describes who you are and the first couple of sentences where you start out. Okay, let's do Minecraft. So you are Sai, a I'm just gonna do this one as my myself and like my Air SMP character, and then we could get into like some weirder stuff. A pirate bird living in the land of Air. You haven't been around in a while, so you decide that you should go to meet up with your friend Whoosh. You see them in the town. And just leave it. Listen, I mean, leave it at that, and see what it does with this. You see them in the town square, and you get excited because you think they will be happy to see each other. Oh, it doesn't like they, them pronouns, apparently. Oh no. Oh no. I walk over to Whoosh and say hi. You approach Whoosh, who is sitting on a rock looking at the sky. They look like they're about to cry, but don't. Whoosh, it's me, you shout happily. I sit down on the rock next to Whoosh. Whoosh turns to look at you, but doesn't smile. What's wrong, you ask. Nobody came to my birthday party, says Whoosh. They didn't, you ask? No, not even when I fell off the swing and got mud on my face, says Whoosh. I wish I had known. I would have come to your birthday party. Oh no, I forgot to put that as say and not action. You are sad because no one came to your birthday party, you ask? No, I'm sad because no one came to any of my birthday parties, says Whoosh. Oh, I'm so sorry. I would have come if I had known. I'm saying this for the Air server. I know you would have, says Whoosh. Whoosh begins to cry again. I wish I had a best friend like you, sigh, they say. I give Whoosh a hug. Let's not talk about it anymore, you say. Let's enjoy our time here. Whoosh nods and smiles. I think I'm going to go swing now, they say. Let's go to the swings together. Swing the pain away. Okay, you say. Whoosh and you walk to the swings. Do you remember the first time we met, you ask? Yes, says Whoosh. This is getting... Because I don't. No! Oh no, you say. I once again put it under do instead of say by accident. Oh no, you say. Let's talk about something else. Whoosh nods and you begin to swing. Hey, do you think we'll die in a tree falling down on us? No, that seems unlikely. It's my birthday, says Whoosh. We'll die from old age first, you say. I hope so. I'm not a very exciting friend to talk to. I think you're plenty exciting. No, you're not, says Whoosh. Yes, I am, you say. You begin to fall to the ground in depression. Oh my gosh. I kept back up. And sit down next to Whoosh again. Whoosh says nothing and you say nothing. I don't want to be here, you say. It's okay, says Whoosh. It'll be okay. Because I don't want to be here, I get up and leave. You get back up and walk over to the edge of the woods. You sit there and look at the village in the distance. You wonder why you're still here. Okay, okay, I'm gonna call that one. Okay, let's see. Let's do an apocalyptic one. Survivor. You are Sai, a survivor trying to survive in a post-apocalyptic world by scavenging among the ruins of what is left. You have a backpack and a canteen. You haven't eaten in 2 days, so you're desperately searching for food. You enter a rundown building and see a half-eaten corpse in an alleyway! You are hungry! You go to the alley and take the body into your hands and begin to bite into the flesh! What?! I immediately stop eating and decide to go look for food somewhere else. Oh no! I love how it just like immediately kid assigned me cannibal. You vomit out what little you ate and head out into the street. Okay. I look around at the surrounding buildings and attempt to, and I look around and I'm gonna try like putting more stuff into this time, like giving it more material. The street is deserted and covered in snow. The walls of the buildings surrounding you are covered in snow as well. There is an abandoned grocery store at the end of the street. And a gas want me to spell straight station. I can't spell. Hello? The grocery store is locked up tight. The gas station, however, is a different story. You can see movement behind the windows, and you can hear the noise of a television inside. I peer through the window of the gas station in an attempt to see who is inside. You make out a human form in the reflection of the store's window. You can hear the loud noise of a blaring game show coming from behind the counter. I tentatively knock on the door of the gas station and then hide around the corner, waiting to see who comes. So in my game, Grimdog wanted my soul for the New Order, and when I refused, he said he'd kill me. And then I said, you cannot kill me in a way that matters. To which he responded, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I had great hopes for you. You hide behind this corner of the gas station and peep through the window, watching as a man enters the store. You haven't been awarded survivor points for this quest. That feels so in character, though. It actually does. It does, totally. The man is tall and cloaked in shadow. His eyes dark and bleary. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm just making it sound fancy. His hair is blonde and slicked back, and he is wearing a leather jacket that is stained with mud. You can see the hint of a smile on his face as he heads behind the counter. I come back to the door and reveal myself. No, I don't want to phrase it like that. And wave to get the man's attention. Man looks up at you for a brief moment as he fiddles with the television settings, before peering back at the screen. He shakes his head, sighs, then shrugs and smiles. I push open the door and step inside, my hand resting on the gun in my, stuck through my belt, because I'm giving myself a gun because I want a gun. It makes me feel safe. And to be fair, we are in a post-apocalyptic world. I want a gun for no particular reason. The man looks up to you, his face twisting into a sneering grimace. I'm looking for something to eat. If you kill him, do not worry, we will see nothing. I'm not a bad person, you say. I need to eat, you know? I don't have any food. The man smiles. Come on in. I have plenty. I have plenty to eat. I would be delighted to share with you. This is my AI dungeon. Everyone is nice. Everybody is a nice person in this world. Are you sure? You ask? It's not too late. You could still change your mind. You could just let me know where the food is. The man shakes his head. Sit down and make yourself at home, he says. I'll get you some food. Hyacinth macaw awareness time. Okay, so hyacinth macaws are a breed of macaw that is found in South America. They are endangered because they eat a very specific type of cactus that can only be found in certain areas, and due to urbanization, the cactuses are slowly dying out, and then therefore the birds are dying out, and so they are on a watch list. One species of blue macaw has already gone extinct, the Spix's macaw, also known from the movie Rio. Those are Spix's macaw. They are now extinct. And there's also the Lear's macaw. The Lear's macaw and the hyacinth macaw are both endangered. There you go. There's your hyacinth macaw awareness time. He heads towards the kitchen and you Squawk! There you go. And you follow him. You notice that his pistol is hanging from its holster on the apron above his hip, and you remember that he is a professional criminal. Do I know this man? You know this man. You don't remember his name. Hydrate! I shall. Thank you. You don't remember his name? But... Are you a criminal too then? I think so. Maybe. Oh no! Double hydrate? But it might come to you if you think hard enough. So, he says, as he pulls a Tupperware of some meat out of the fridge and heads back to the table, tell me about yourself. You rapidly consider your options. So did you watch the trailer for FNAF Security Breach? I did! Oh my gosh, I saw it on the day it came out because it was trending on Twitter. Another hydrate? Please, you're gonna drown me. Oh my gosh. I watched it on the day that it came out. I am going to sound like an edgy emo teenager when I say this, but I'm really excited for it. I really like the look of like the new animatronics and stuff. And you can't see me, but you can hear it. I am stimming really hard right now. It is just, oh, it may actually be pretty taxing to run. Yeah, it is a PS5 game, so like I won't be able to play it. And the graphics are a little like on the janky side because it's PS5. The PC version has built-in ray tracing. Oh, I didn't even know there was a PC version. I thought it was just PS5. But anyway, yes, I'm very excited. That is little... Ow, my wrist hurt. My wrist hurt from banging them against my chair. Oh dear. Okay, I'm gonna stop doing that. I'm gonna stop talking about FNAF so that I don't hurt my wrist more. You rapidly consider your options. My name is Sai. What's yours? And I need to put this on say. There we go. Hank, he says. What's yours? Sai. I'm not sure I believe you, he frowns. Hank. I have a friend named Hank. I have a friend named Hank. This is strange. Hang on. Okay. I'm gonna immediately assume that this is Mr. Hank Havoc. What do you mean? It's my name. You're a strange guy, Sai. I don't think I've ever met someone called Sai before. Do you go by another name, you ask? Well, some people know me as Wrecking Havoc. Says Hank. I'm just making this my friend Hank. I've run into my friend Hank in this post-apocalyptic setting. Oh no! Log in to save your progress? I don't want to. Well, some people know me as Wrecking Havoc, says Hank. But yeah, I guess you could call me that. You don't respond to this. I don't know what your situation is, says Hank. I stare at Hank for a few moments. He seems very familiar. I don't know what else, I don't know what I can throw at this AI, because, like, there's so much weird, oh boy, like, the Hunger Games, US. Oh gosh. For context, my friend Wrecking Havoc, Hank, wrote a story based on the Hunger Games, and that's how we met. And it's really, really good. Unfortunately, it's no longer available online. Also, the name Hank. Fun fact, the name Hank for my friend Havoc, it was actually my fault. I mistyped Havoc as Hank, and then it caught on, and my friend is now named Hank because I mistyped one time. Anyway. Do you like the Hunger Games, you ask? Hank pauses for a moment, looking confused. Yeah, he says. I do. What made you ask that? You gasp. I know you say. It's me. Cyvern Cien. We were friends. I feel like this is gonna turn into like a dramatic thing. You gasp. We sure were, said Hank. Sad Hank? I remember you, man. You were that little Asian guy that was always by my side. I was, you ask, surprised? Yeah. I'm not Asian. You're dead. Oh, okay. I'm just nope. We're gonna cut this one here. Oh, all right. We're gonna go on with that one. Does anybody have any ideas for like a custom one? If not, then I'll do like maybe Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk's fun. Pokemon? We could do Pokemon, yeah. You are Sai, a Pokemon trainer. You have just set off on your journey with a Totodile by your side. Let's see how it handles Pokemon. You step out into the tall grass and see here we go. A small figure standing there. You is not moving, but you know it is watching you. Oh no. I throw a Pokeball at it and shout, Totodile, attack! This is throwing me back to like my 10-year-old Pokemon phase. You raise your arm and aim your Pokeball at the creature. The ball flies towards Totodile as he leaps forward to meet it. Totodile bites the creature. It makes a horrible shrieking sound before running off. It's a girl, you say. Well, it's the same color as a girl anyway. You walk on, following the road. You soon enter a town and come across your rival, Gary. This is the wrong region, but for Gary, but whatever. He looks very similar to you, except he has a red hat and is covered in bandages. He has a big grin on his face and walks with a slight slouch. Hey, Gary. Wait, hang on. Hey, Gary, you spit with no. You spit angrily. How'd you get those cuts and bruises? I fell off my bike. Gary says with a shrug. You scowl at each other and keep walking. Okay. Guess that's the end of that interaction. Wait, hang on. Can I just... You turn around and punch Gary in the face. I don't know why. Gary violence. He fell to the ground holding his nose. Hey, that hurts, he says, standing up. You grab him by the throat and begin to strangle him. You let Gary go and say, stay out of my way. You walk off, leaving him lying on the road. You see him come to a fork on the road. You see a house just ahead on the left and a small Pokemon Center just ahead on the right. It got the Pokemon! It's kept the Pokemon! Yay! Okay. I go into the Pokemon Center and walk up to the front desk. Hi, you say. Do you have any empty rooms? Sure, the girl at the front desk says. Thanks. You walk into a room and set your bag down. You sit on the bed and take out your Pokédex. There's so many Pokemon here. Unfamiliar letters and symbols. Someone knocks on the door. Sigh? A voice says. Huh? You say, looking up? Oh, bye. You open the door and let your cousin in. What are you doing here? Your cousin comes inside the hotel and sits next to you. I came to town and couldn't find you at home, so I figured you'd find you here. I find you here. You look away. Yeah, I guess I spend a lot of time here, don't I? You know what'd be fun is I should pull up one of my stories and just like insert the first paragraph and see what it gives me. Not as much as you think, he says, putting his arm around you. I've been looking for you. You have? We want you to come home. He says. We all miss you. Or like one of my old fanfics, just like just stick it in. You sigh. I miss you all too, you say. It's just, I'm alone now. I came here to be alone. You can stay with us, he says hopefully. You smile. Yeah. Maybe. The front desk girl appears holding a key card. Here's your room key, she says. She has an odd electronic voice. I trust you to have a nice stay. Yo! Not fair! Thank you for the 100 bits! I honestly don't know where I'm getting these at this point. Fair enough. Stretch! There we go. Okay. I get up and escort my cousin to the door. Excuse me. You get up and walk over to your cousin, who is standing awkwardly by the door. Come on, you say. You're sitting in my seat. Really? He says. Thanks. Okay, I think this one's breaking. I am going to do that. I'm going to pull up my old Archive of Our Own account and just grab like a really old fanfic opening or something. Let's see what happens. Let's see. I've got Maya Knight fanfic. I've got Dream fanfic. What does the Dream fanfic open with? Okay, let's grab the opening to this old Dream fanfic, and just pop it in and see what happens. Oh dear. His mask was cracked and worn, no longer white. His green hoodie and black trousers were stained with mud and grime. Black tinted the edges of his vision. This is actually not that bad. Every breath lit a fire in his lungs, and pain shot through his legs with every new pace. The sun had dipped below the horizon hours ago, but he couldn't stop. Stopping now meant that he was as good as dead. They, his friends, he thought bitterly, would catch up with him then. He looked at his feet and saw that they were covered in cuts and bruises. He knew he should be grateful for what little food he had left. It wasn't like there was much to begin with. I'm just gonna like press the enter button. I'm not gonna add anything. I'm just gonna see what it can do with this as an experiment. But even so, he felt sick. It was all he could do not to vomit. Hey! Someone called out from behind him. You're moving! You're alive! Your fanfic is so good. Thank you! I wrote this on the 18th of August, 2020. A man turned around. A woman stood before him, her face pale and drawn. She wore a red dress, and her black hair was tied up in a bun. She looked familiar. Good, the man said shakily. You're alive! I'm just having fun reading all these. Who are you? The woman asked. The man hesitated. I'm Rick. I'm Mary. Okay, apparently Dream's real name is Rick. We're getting out of here. We have to get out here. There's not much time. What do you mean? Rick paused as if trying to find the words. It's a long story. We don't have time for stories, Mary said. Tell me quickly what you mean before the wolves find us. Rick hesitated once more before nodding slowly. Can't believe the game just doxed him, SMH. I wonder who Mary is. Rick and Mary, the long and exciting long-awaited sequel to Rick and Morty. Is Mary like Mary is the mysterious 5th, 6th member of the Dream Team? There's a killer on the loose. He murders wolves, wearing their skin as a suit of armor. We need to find him before he finds us. We already know about the Skinwalker. I'm intrigued about these wolves with a capital W. This is actually giving me ideas for stuff. Fifth Hunter revealed? Yes! Mary. He's much worse than a Skinwalker. If he catches you, he'll tear you to pieces. Mary raised an eyebrow. You can't kill him? No, we can't. At least, not without getting caught in the first place. Stark suppressant, but necessary. What? If people had too much choice in what they did, they'd be able to make rational choices. Make a decision. Help you. Wait, Mary said. You want me to help you? How? That was way too deep. If people had too much choice in what they did, they'd be able to make rational choices. That's far too deep. You're a sheriff's daughter. I assume you have a horse. Yes, she said. We're learning all this lore about Mary. How's the AI doing? Fine. Rick frowned. Get on the horse. We need to leave this village. Quickly. Mary bit her lip nervously. She hesitated, but Rick grabbed her hand, his grip surprisingly strong. This is reading like an old Western romance novel. She took a deep breath and patted her horse's flank. She stepped behind the reins and gripped them tightly. The horse nickered softly. I think it means neighed softly, but didn't break away from her grasp. I'm gonna go a little bit longer with this, and then I'm gonna like stick something else in it and see what it does. Alright, she said. What do I do? Rick frowned. I need you to distract the wolves. Get them to chase you. Don't get caught. Got it. I'm imagining the wolves as like knights or like cursed knights, like werewolves. And like they like werewolf knight curse something. I don't know, something like that. That's how I'm imagining these capital W wolves. I'll be fine, Rick said. Just get out of here. Get on your horse and ride back to the sheriff's house. But I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued about Rick and Mary. Go! Mary nodded and turned away. Her horse neighed softly. As the couple turned on their side dance had finally died down, began to quiet. Okay, this is breaking. This is broken. I might actually save this. Nah, I'll have the VOD, it's fine. There we go. Let's do custom. Let's do something a little bit more recent. Pop in... I see. Here's the opening of my really popular Dream SMP fanfic I wrote last year. When I actually liked Dream SMP. I don't watch Dream SMP anymore. Wilbur adjusted his mask, styled after a raven, and peered through the eye holes at the remains of L'Manberg's walls. Or, he thought bitterly, Manberg's, because this broken dictatorship could no longer call itself by the great name of L'Manberg. The tattered remains of the flag hung atop the flagpole, and Wilbur tore his gaze away from it to glance over at Tommy, his expression hidden behind a mask that resembled a raccoon. It was eerie to be back, in peace, looking at the ruins of their home. For a moment, Wilbur was overcome with emotion, his eyes burning as tears threatened to break free. Tommy? He asked softly. What are you doing here? You should be with your sister. Tommy! I don't have a sister! Yeah, I'm intrigued about Tommy's sister! Who is this? I'm sorry, Tommy said quietly, but I couldn't stay here alone. You can come inside, Wilbur said, turning around and walking towards the door. No, Tommy cried, grabbing onto Wilbur's arm. Please, please don't leave me here alone. I want to go home. Wilbur's brow furrowed and a pained grimace spread across his face. Tommy, why didn't you say something before? He asked. I'm stunned by how much this, it's imitating my writing style, and it's weird. You knew I wanted to leave. Why didn't you stop me? I tried, but you wouldn't listen. You went by yourself, and when I tried to follow, the wolves stopped me. The wolves again? What is it with the wolves? The wolves are back. It hears Minecraft YouTube, and it puts in the wolves. Now my brain wants the wolves to be like an interdimensional, spanning across Minecraft YouTube. AI Dungeon is up for reconfirmed. Wolves, Wilbur repeated. What were the wolves doing here? Like the wolves guard the borders between the dimensions or whatever. They weren't here for me. They were making sure everyone stayed. But they let me through just this once. I wanted to warn you, but it was too late. Too late? Too late for wolves. Too late for what? The wolves killed the man. LeMan! The wolves killed LeMan! Not LeMan! The wolves hit Wilbur like a knife in the heart, and he stumbled back, hitting the door behind him. This sounds way too much like how I actually write. I am an AI confirmed. No, LeMan. LeMan, whose canon lives were tied to his home of L'Manberg. He stared at it for a moment, as though it could give him some sort of answer, as though it could tell him what to do. Then, he looked at the flag still hanging limply from the pole. Hey, Darky! Darky B. Darky B. Not sure. His gaze took in the destroyed buildings, the huddled masses of refugees with their pathetic belongings, the smell of death that hung heavily in the air. He closed his eyes and he took a deep breath. I'm getting way too into this. I'm having so much fun. Wilbur, what's wrong? I have to go there, Wilbur said softly. Tommy stepped forward. You can't, he cried. The wolves will get you! The interdimensional guardians. It's not safe, they'll kill you! Wilbur raised his head. I have to try. I have to show them that I'm still their leader. Nobody else can do it. How does the AI know Dream SMP lore, apparently? Please, Wilbur, I beg you, stay here in the village! Let me go! Wilburg! Wilburg turned to him. His eyes were shining. I will, he said. I watched his trueness be confirmed. He took a deep breath, straightened his back, and walked into the destroyed village. Goodbye, my friend, he said. He stepped through the wall of flames. Why is this actually like a kind of good fanfic? Wilbur, no! Wilbur winced, closing his eyes. The world seemed to speed up for him, the ground becoming softer, more fluid. Why does it keep saying Wilburg? It's combined Wilbur and Lemandberg. I would read this fanfic, not gonna lie. He waited, slowly opening his eyes. They adjusted to the darkness, which seemed to be filled with a thick, black smoke. It was hard to breathe, and there was a constant roaring in his ears. He stumbled forward, issuing a weak fist to the burning ground. Around him, he could hear the sounds of battle. I am genuinely intrigued. Howls and shouts echoed off the buildings, making it hard to make out what was being said. He raised his arms in an attempt to wave away the smoke that surrounded him, trying to look for a way out. He heard a distant yell and looked in the direction that it came from. Wilburg's eyes scanned the smoke, finding only a swirling mass that obscured his view. The suspension is killing me. Give me more. He stumbled towards it, squinting through it. He could hear the shouting clearer now. Fall back! Fall back! He coughed as he felt the smoke clear from his vision. This is weirdly okay. Like, considering it was written by an AI, like, now they're in the war. It is literally gone to the war. Like a war setting. That's really interesting that it's done this. I am astounded. Actually, what? He was out in the open, the wall of flames that had surrounded him on all sides. He looked around. To the left, he saw a group of wolves gathered around something. Ooh, the wolves! He looked to his right, where he saw the leader of the wolves hunkering over someone. Bee! Thank you for the follow! Growling. Wilburg could barely make out the form of something that the leader of the wolves was growling over. He looked on in curiosity as the rest of the wolves began to back away from the growling leader, who continued to dogpile to something that lay at his feet. You are essentially writing fanfic on stream. You are so brave. I mean, I put in part of a fanfic that I did write and just made it go. Wilbur turned his attention back to the burning village in front of him. I hate that it's just decided that his name is now Wilburg. It's been like 2 days, we're already at 5th way to the follower goal. I know, it's insane! He was surprised to see that the wall of flames had died down. Several villagers ran out of the village, screaming and crying. Okay, I'm gonna cut this one. I'm gonna cut this one and we're gonna do another one. What about... Ooh! Are you running out of time? Here we go. This one has 2 paragraphs. Like, gets shot. Okay, this one has 2 paragraphs. This one is a fun one. This is like a post-apocalyptic alternate universe thing that I wrote. I'm really just exposing myself as a fan here, but like, I don't write anything inappropriate. I don't write anything bad or inappropriate. I just write like fun, weird stuff, fun, crazy stuff for fun. So, whatever. Here we go. This one is post-apocalyptic. It's basically has nothing to do with Minecraft anything. It's just sort of... A series of chain volcanic eruptions, ending with the eruption of a freak supervolcano, is predicted to start in a week's time, causing unknown but likely disastrous consequences for the citizens of the United States and possibly the rest of the world. You write novels, dude? It's more like I really try hard fan fiction. That's basically what I do. I just write silly stuff about Minecraft occasionally. Residents of coastal cities especially are being advised to consider evacuating east or further into the mainland as a precautionary measure. Also, I swear I'm not putting these in as like up to flex my writing or whatever. I genuinely like seeing what it does with them. Jordan turned the radio off there. He'd heard enough. He lived in California, alone, with no family ties and no close friends to be found. Yes, people were preaching that the whole volcano situation was a hoax, and even the government was saying it was possible that the whole thing would end up being nothing. But frankly, Jordan didn't want to risk it, and he had nothing to lose by heading further inland for a few weeks or so. He got on his motorcycle and rode out of the house. It wasn't like he could just stay at home anymore. He needed to get away from everything, and this was where he wanted to do it. Don't be shy, drop your AO3 account. I'm not hiding it, it has the exact same username as my Twitch account! You can go look at my fanfics if you want, I have nothing to hide. I am completely like, if any creator found... Should I post a link? Nah, it's fine. If any, I'm being completely upfront here, like, I view the fanfiction I write exactly the same as, like, fan art. Because I don't write anything romantic or incredibly violent or anything like that. So, if a creator that I was writing about found the fanfiction that I was writing, I would not care at all, because there is nothing there that I think, is bad in any way. So, whatever. It's just fun. The only problem was, he couldn't find any places to live. There weren't many houses left in the area, and most of them were either abandoned or too expensive for him. So I respect Boundaries like a good person. I do indeed. Shout out to SMP Boundaries on Tumblr. It's very, very useful. Big resource for all sorts of creator boundaries and stuff. It's very, very cool. Still, he figured if he stayed here long enough, maybe one of those places would open up its doors to him. They had to have people coming in every now and then, right? Found an old broken down camper on the side of the road and decided to take it. It wasn't much, but it was better than sleeping in his car again. He hooked up his trailer and got to work on it, and the whole time he could feel that rumbling deep within the earth. Oh, I see, it's keeping the volcano thing. It's gonna do something with the volcanoes. It was coming closer and closer, and it was frustrating not knowing what was going to happen. This actually has the energy of the original. He just wanted to get the hell out of here, but he had no idea how to do that. Again, it's scary how it's, like, kind of just absorbed my writing style. It's very weird. The whole time, a voice in the back of his head kept telling him that he was being foolish, that he should just go back home. But where? California was a long way from where he came from. That's a bit weird. Like, the weirdest thing about it is that it's taking my writing style and then, like, turns of phrase that I regularly use, it's putting in, but those turns of phrase were not in the original paragraph. Like, that's weird. That's really weird. It's probably just, like, a crazy coincidence, but, like, oh gee. He probably wouldn't even be able to get a job there, or if he could, it would most likely be some low-paying position that didn't require any type of education. This is interesting. This is interesting. And going back home, he'd be running right into whatever was happening at with the earthquakes and the volcanoes. There was no safe place anymore. It's reading your mind, or it's machine learning AI. That's true. Yes, I'm staying here. He told the voice in his head. The rest of the week went by with very little change. It's somehow managing to write, like, actually compelling stories. Which, I mean, that's what it's designed to do, but it's really weird. Jordan kept to himself and kept fixing up the camper, not letting it taint his spirits. He figured he would be ready to leave by next weekend. There was still time. That day, he went to get a drink from the well and heard an unfamiliar voice shout, "Hey there!" He turned around to see a young woman about his age, except she was much prettier. Her long brown hair was tied up in a ponytail, and she was wearing cowboy boots, blue jeans, and a red checkered shirt under a black vest with a buckle on it. Did this just become cowboy? Did it become cowboy again? We had cowboys and the wolves in the first one. We had the wolves in the second one, and now we have cowboys again. She held a fishing pole and reel in her hand. Mind if I come on your land? She asked. Cowboys! Post-apocalyptic cowboy AU! It's almost gone dark and I'm bored out of my mind. Go ahead, Jordan said without much interest. Water's drinkable. He just states facts. Water's drinkable. Sun's bright. She came out to the well, dropped her line into the bucket, and began to carefully reel it in. Do you live out here? She asked. Yeah, why? No reason. They sat in silence for a while. Jordan could hear waves crashing on the other side of the hill. He looked over at her and thought about how pretty she was. Oh no, it's become a straight romance! It's become a cowboy romance novel again! Why does it always just default to cowboy romance novel? There were a few other times in his life when he thought the same way. Before Kelsey. After Kelsey. He didn't really want to bother with it anymore. It became a cowboy romance novel in the first one! The dream one! Rick and Mary! What's your name? He asked. Kelsey, she said. What's yours? Jordan. Do you like it out here? It's okay. Who is Kelsey? I don't know! I don't know who Kelsey is. My dad lives in Sargent. Yeah? How come you're out here? I think we'll do one more after this one. And then probably call it an end. Because, like, I know the point is to, like, actually put stuff in, but I don't want to. So, I'm just having fun doing this. My dad got a new job after, and we had to move fast. Got her yesterday. Where are you gonna live? Not sure. We can probably still stay with my dad's friend in Boring, or we can find a place of our own. Jordan saw her smile and blushed when he said... He said what? What? She said, or. What about you? Kelsey asked. Where do you live? Very intrigued by this Kelsey character. Yeah, well, he wasn't sure how to explain it to her. Just move in, he started to say, but she didn't seem to buy it. Okay, it's broken. It's broken. Let's do one more. Let's do... Don't we all blush when we say or? Oh, let's do Warrior Cats. Let's do a Warrior Cats 1. Oh, this is a good opening. This is just a straight to the point. Here's a Warrior Cats fanfic I wrote. This is from ages ago. Leave me alone. I don't need anyone. Mapleshade's words rang in her ears over and over again. She gnashed her teeth, fighting against blinding pain from her neck and shoulder. She would not die here. She was going to survive this, no matter what. Her mind was already making plans of escape when you came back. This one's actually using you. You had to know that much. You walked forward slowly, looking at the girl who was still staring up at you with a blank expression on her face. This one involves me. I'm in this one. It's inserted me into the Warrior Cats fanfic. The girl was crying. It wasn't because she felt sad or scared. It was more like she couldn't believe you were actually coming back for her. I'm sorry, he said softly. Kneeling down so that you could look at her in the eye. There was still a haze over her mind, but you were getting through it. I'm sorry, I didn't know. It's okay. Didn't know what? If this has the wolves or cowboys again, I will lose it. Her voice was weak, hoarse from screaming so much. Whatever you did, it's okay. I forgive you. I had to do what was best for the world. Best for the world. It's becoming like a cyberpunk. Am I a villain? Best for the world, she repeated, staring up at the ground for a moment before looking up at you with a mixture of pain and desperation on her face. You need to wake up now. I have to wake up now. What? This one's gone weird right off the bat. I'm sorry, she said, so quietly that you almost missed it. I'll wake you up. The girl closed her eyes. Breathing deeply as a faint blue glow surrounded her body. She took a deep breath and you felt your body shake violently. Existential crush as much. Then a bright light began to engulf you. You had never felt such intense pain in your entire life. Every nerve in your body was being shredded apart and you couldn't help but scream. Oh dear! This is what happens when you feed AI Dungeon like literally nothing. You could hear the girl screaming too, tears streaming down her face as she clenched her eyes shut. In a matter of seconds, you felt like your entire body had been set on fire. You hoped you died instantly because the process of living through this was hell on earth. You could feel every bit of your bones breaking, reforming, and remaking themselves. What is going on? I'm just bumping in to say hi, like 4 of my friends are streaming at this time. My ADHD brain go brr. Well, hi to you, and don't worry about it. I'm actually wrapping up soon. So, how cursed is it going? It's going cursed. I decided to start putting in like the first paragraphs of fics that I've written, and it's just gotten weird. We keep ending up with either like these people called the Wolves, like capital W, or romance cowboy. Cowboy romance. It is either the Wolves or cowboy romance or both. Or whatever this is. It's like cryptid something. You felt your skin stretch and reform as it grew several inches. You could even hear your muscles tearing as they grew larger, more powerful. The strange thing is that this sounds like another story that I didn't actually put in the AI. Huh. It's learning. This is Warrior Cats fanfic. How are people getting atomically demolished? I have no idea. Cowboy romance? Sign me the F up. Oh, it was weird cowboy romance. We had Rick and Mary and Jordan and, Kelsey. You could feel your brain growing, twisting and reforming as it expanded inside your skull. Your mind shattered as, as every atom inside you was rearranged. Then, everything around you went black. Oh, this Warrior Cats fanfiction has gone downhill very quickly. You could only lay there, curled up in a ball as the world around you changed. You felt your entire body twisting and stretching, the bones breaking and reforming until you felt like a newborn baby again. The process was painful, but it was a lot more manageable than the spiritual pain you were feeling now. What is going on here? Hang on, I'm just gonna let it go a little bit. It's just torture. It's literally just torture. Why is it just writing torture? I opened it with a little bit of pain, and it just torture. That's... Cool. I'm glad it's doing this. Will it stop? Will it stop and go to something else? That's what I'm seeing here. Will it do something else, or will it just stay with the pain? You saw nothing at first. What do I see? Ooh, and then your ears began to ring. A low booming sound filled your skull, and you could feel the vibrations running through your entire body. The longer you listened to the sound, the more you realized that the sound was moving, changing shape as it echoed off every surface in your felt as if the ground was rumbling and someone was knocking on the inside of your skull. You forced your eyes open again and saw, to your surprise, you were outside. You laid outside of some sort of pod, to be frank. You were surrounded by blackness, and the ground was cold and void of any life. I'm in space. I'm in space! Interesting. Pounding in your head was growing... it's just going back to the same thing. I think we are just about done for today. My voice is getting tired from reading all this stuff out. So, yeah, this was very fun. Mini announcement. Tomorrow's stream will be at a different time. I'll be streaming at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Starting probably a little bit before that. For the launch of the Sacrifice SMP. Very, very cool. Run by Sun Eaters. I am honored to be part of it. It's such a cool concept. So come to that, please. Make it very cool. Though if you can't, no worries at all. And so, yeah, I'm gonna find someone to raid real quick. Let's go with... Oh, that's my voice. So, let's go see Soap Bunny. Thank you very much for coming to the stream. I will see you all next time. Sigh out.